And someday there might be a Senator John Brunner up there, Republican senator from Missouri, who will help shepherd this finally through the Senate, these issues related to, they're near dear to you. John Brunner, welcome to the program, my friend.
Good to be with you, and good morning, Missouri.
Yeah, johnbrunner.com is where you can find him, and John has brought along a guest. You know, who needs a producer when you have a Senate candidate who will bring along his own guest, you know? Right?
Yes, sir.
Just kidding, Carl. Rob Engstrom from the from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Rob Engstrom's on the line with us, and you guys are kind of taking a tour of the state here. And obviously, I'm assuming that the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is behind John Brunner.
That's right, Jamie. It's great to be here in Missouri today. We're down in Springfield, had a great event with Missouri's next United States Senator, John Brunner, last night. It's a great event, a lot of energy. Right now we're in Springfield. We're going to head over to Kansas City late morning and then end the day at John in St. Louis. And we're very excited to be here with John and endorse him in his campaign for the United States Senate.
And Rob Engstrom, what is it about John Brunner's candidacy in your mind that makes all the difference for the U.S. Chamber of Commerce?
Well, look, we're involved in about 12 Senate races across the country. And we know that the majority, a pro-business majority in the United States Senate, will be determined in the state of Missouri. And John Brunner's background, you know, we know the president said that, you know, you didn't build that. The fact is John Brunner did build that. You know, he grew his company from 80 employees to over 1,400 employees. And Washington needs more people like John Brunner to get our economy back on track. You know, our members, the U.S. Chamber's been around for 100 years. Our members have been under an unprecedented threat for the last 3 or 4 years. And they're ready to get back on offense. And people like John Brunner come from our membership. They know what it's like to create jobs, and we're proud to stand with him. We're proud to endorse him, and we're going to say so all day today.
And John Brunner, when we've had you on the air here before, a lot of what you talk about, you know, government, it doesn't, it's not rocket science in terms of creating prosperity and growth.
No, it isn't. The principles are very, very simple, and you only have to go back and look at the times when America was growing and prosperous, and people were continuing to add jobs, and you figure out what went wrong. And I said there's 3 key areas, and I've been 33 years on the plant floor in manufacturing, of course, before that in the Marine Corps, but we've seen it firsthand up front. And we saw, number one, in terms of not having a good American energy policy, $300 billion a year we're spending on foreign oil and to cartels, and we have plenty of energy, and we tap into American energy. It'd be lower price, more effective. It would lower the price of manufacturing. It would create opportunities on our agricultural products as well as bring the manufacturing back offshore. Number two, the big thing around this state, and that everybody feels, is this red tape regulation, whether it's choking small community bankers or small farmers, shop owners, manufacturers. We're getting strangled by all of these regulations. The pendulum has swung so far that people are hunkering down. We need to pull back on that. And finally, we need a tax rate that's competitive. We have the highest tax rate in the world. People don't invest in those kind of high-cost situations. So it's easy to solve. We just got to get rid of the career politicians and get some a citizen senator up there, people who actually worked in the private sector. We know what we need to do. We're ready to get to work. All we need to do is get big government out of the way.
Rob Engstrom with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I mean, it's pretty simple to now reveal that this idea somehow that businesses aren't hiring just because they're greedy and they're holding on to their money just because they're greedy is completely false.
Well, that's right. And look, this is a fundamental choice between free enterprise as the solution for the American recovery or more government. And I just would point out that, you know, the Democrats in Washington, particularly the leadership, must be pretty nervous about John Brunner because they're up with an ad this morning that goes right after John Brunner. And so to me that tells me that they're very nervous because they know that John's record of creating jobs in the private sector, in the free enterprise system, goes directly counter to their failed record, their failed economic record over the last 3 or 4 years. And quite frankly, Claire McCaskill is the face of the problem in the United States Senate. Well, you know, Claire McCaskill hasn't met a bill that supports big government that she hasn't voted for. That's why she is singularly the most vulnerable incumbent in the entire country this year running as an incumbent for the United States Senate. That's why her reelect number is right around 40%. So if you want to help, I urge them to log on to johnbrunner.com, call the campaign. Got a few days left till the primary. He needs your help. There's a great deal of energy here, but take some time over the weekend, help with the get out the vote efforts, and we're really proud to be here today and stand with him. It's
fascinating that they are running ads prior to actually voters deciding who the nominee is. It's amazing that they're getting involved in a primary, and that shows definitely some fear there. Rob Engstrom from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, John Brunner running for the U.S. Senate on the Republican side. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us, and we'll see you in St. Louis later on today.
Great. Thank you very much, and we're going to do everything we can to get Missouri back to work and get the jobs back here in Missouri. It's a wonderful opportunity. We have a great chance here, and thanks for the opportunity to share our vision with you.
All right. You guys take care. Have a good trip.
Thanks, Jamie. Take care.